Slide ha. Di lagi magdagan kay mas slide kay diha Ang ano nila may ano.
Hindi naman. Ano siguro?
Hindi sa papaano niya no. Ito harap-harap ko. Malikot ko siya. Tama.
Nishi!
Mapakuha ng ano ma? Long. Hello everyone, hi Steve, super clear, it's David. I'm moving to Subic with my American foreigner in July.
Tabe!
Good morning, Chuck. Hi, Graham. Funny dance with them. We're going to. I'm gonna do live first, paint the walls, and then go to Tagbilaran. I think we're going to order supply first. Yeah. For this flooring here. So while we're gone, we can do something and here, plastering in front and here. So maybe that's enough work for him. Do I believe in aliens? I am alien.
Oh.
I am the alien. Do I have to believe myself? We are the children.
Depends on what you believe aliens are, right?
Huh?
Depends on what you think aliens are.
Yeah.
Saying you believe in aliens doesn't really mean anything, right?
Yes. It's a never-ending job, but it's good to see you making progress. Yes. Extraterrestrial. Patanggal na lang ha.
Ate, ina sa dito.
Mamaya.
Bukas.
Papaluin mo muna. Hi, Rose. Chester thinks he's the boss, but we all know it's nobody. Don't forget to like, guys. Chester and Snowball, the coolest cat on YouTube. Hi, Luis. Welcome.
Goodness.
I've got 2 cats too.
Thank you.
It's very, very hot.
Not as hot as you, babe.
Whatever comes my way, I rejoice in you. Oh, this is the day you made. So what if we ask Ray to order the stuff?
What's the difference?
So he will tell them when to deliver.
You mean the husband of?
Ray, because
Yeah, but
Johnson is not working today, so he won't be there.
I don't know. You mean send him to that store? Can you mute for a second?
We'll bring it.
it now. So do they say birth defect in the US still? I mean, they always change the words to be politically correct. Like, you can't say disabled, you have to say uniquely abled, which, who all is there? Chuckleberry? Who else is there?
David, Steve.
Hey, Clifton, Chuckleberry, Steve, David. So, I don't know if I told you this story or not. I sold a 1959 Triumph. I'll probably have to tell this story a few times on live because it's interesting. I sold a 1959. I've had 3 or 4 Triumph TR3s. 3 or 4. Triumph TR3s. I had like a 58, 59, 56. I think maybe I also had a 57. Anyway, I put one of them in the newspaper for sale or whatever it was back in the day, and this van comes out, and then this guy in a wheelchair is being wheeled towards the 1959 Triumph TR3. This guy in a wheelchair who clearly can't move his legs and barely move his arms, and I'm like, what the heck, you know, obviously I didn't say it, but I'm just like, this is an old, archaic British car with a hand crank starter. It also had electric starter, but it had, I mean, that's how vintage we're talking about here. Like, I don't want to be rude, but what is this guy gonna do with a 59 Triumph TR3? So it turned out to be John Callahan, the cartoonist, and they made a movie about him called Don't Worry, He Won't Get Far on Foot, or maybe it's just He Won't Get Far on Foot, one of the two. But yeah, it was John Callahan. So he bought the car, and it was his assistant that was going to drive him around in it. He would sit in the passenger seat, and the assistant would drive the car. I thought, okay. I still had reservations about it because I'm like, you know, you have to be mechanically engaged to own a car like that. You can't. And I used to tell people sometimes, I would have a customer come in to my showroom, and they would be like, oh, I like this 1960, let's see, 1966 Citroen 4 Chevaux 4CV. I'm like, this is not a new Toyota. You should be looking at newer. Find a cool car that you like that's new, because this is probably not. Anyway, you see where I'm going with that. Amen, child of God. Word, I totally follow that. Married 2 kids. Semi-marathons to keep myself healthy, but addicted to adult videos. I don't understand the relationship between the two, or the relevance. And I would say, stop it. Okay. So Clifton, just like Bob Newhart said, if you want to stop, stop it. That's it. Just stop it. It works. Anyway, so yeah. So John Callahan lived in Portland, Oregon, and over time we became friends, and I would visit him and hang out. We would talk about lots of different things. I regret not sharing more about spiritual stuff with him, about faith and salvation and stuff like that. I regret not having gone deeper into that. But as you would read in his comics and his books, he was very jaded, I should say, by the Catholic Church, which, based on a lot of his stories, is understandable. And I was unprepared to approach those questions. But anyway, so yeah, became friends with John Callahan, and yeah, and as you know, he died. But yeah, he was a very smart man, a very smart man. Well, it will affect your relationship with God, and not because God will love you less, but because you will feel less worthy of approaching God and communicating with God on the level that He desires for you. Also, yeah, it's probably going to distance you from your family because you're going to be preoccupied with your own selfish interests. And I don't know if you have a wife or not, but that's not going to be helpful in that relationship either. So it's not good. It's not good for you. And I'm not telling you bad you. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it's just not good for you. It's like telling me you keep sticking your finger in the wall socket and keep getting shocked. You know, well, don't do that anymore because that's not good for you. You know, not that I have a right to preach here. I definitely sometimes drink too much beer and whatnot, but when I know that there's something like that that's an issue, you stop it. And actually, I'm trying to drink less beer, to be honest. Good morning, Steve. Okay. It's not you. Sorry, Clifton. I don't know what I didn't mean to confuse you with something there. Safe drive, brother. So... Anyway, the car business has definitely introduced me to some very, very unique people. Professional golfers, celebrities, artists, musicians. Yeah, car business was a very interesting life. Well, Clifton, I wasn't saying that to you. I was saying to 62 the bunny. If I said Clifton, I apologize. I wasn't trying to. I was addressing 62 the bunny, his comments. If I said Clifton in my response, I do apologize. That was not my intention. Yeah, sorry, I don't know what I addressed erroneously to you, Clifton. It was not my intention, and if I said your name in a response that didn't apply to you, I apologize. It wasn't totally not intended. I just woke up, so... No one is good enough for heaven. Everything drops you short. That's why you have the... That's why you rely on the death of... well, the death and resurrection of Christ that paid for all of those... Paid for all of those sins. Right on, Chuckleberry. The first year of the Porsche 944 was 1983, but you don't want to buy that one because they had issues with some electronics and the windshield leaking. So in 1984 they fixed those issues. 1984 Porsche 911, sorry, Porsche 944 is bulletproof reliable if properly maintained. Bulletproof reliable. With proper maintenance, you could probably literally drive a 944 for your entire life and never rebuild the engine or transmission or any major component. Yeah, it's a lot of work to build a house everyone is living in. You're absolutely right. David, thank you for the question. I'm editing part 1, birth defect corrective surgery, Philippines living. So I figured I should start the story about the girl with the hand, because today we're going in for the debriefing, and then the day after tomorrow is the surgery. So I figured it's a good time to get everyone on board because we're not completely financed yet. Jhaja and I will fill in what we can. Aaron M, Steve, darn it, I don't want to leave anyone out. Jhaja told me yesterday. Also contributed to assist with that. I think it was, I feel bad not having, I think there were 3 names. Sorry guys. Steve, Aaron, and was it Ron maybe? Sorry guys. And this is Jhaja's, she keeps track of everything. So she makes sure that we're doing exactly what we're supposed to be doing. But I don't know where she, anyway, I'm sorry about that. I'll correct it when I find. Anywho, thank you to some additional sponsorship for, here we go. I found it. Yeah, I was right. Chuck. Thank you, Chuck. Steve and Aaron M. Yep. So with you 3, at least we can supplement. So I'm editing that video. Actually, it's edited. I'm doing the thumbnail right now, and I'm going to publish it here in a minute. Well, Michelle Finch, welcome to our channel. I don't know if you've been here before. Jhaja would know better than me. Our plan today is taking a, there's a family who lives next to our Kubo in Guedinito, way out in the province. There's not a hotel, there's not a hospital around for about 30 kilometers, I think. And this one family in particular, I think the mother has dwarfism, and so I think it translates to the kids. They all have kind of some issues, and this one has her fingertips connected like this, and then on this hand it's like that, connected. So we're taking them to the hospital today, and then the day after tomorrow they're going to have corrective surgery. And it's quite possible this girl will have like 95 or 98% normal use of both hands. Also her foot, she's got some toes connected as well. That's not the huge thing compared to hands, obviously, but all of it's going to be fixed, Lord willing. Okay, thanks, David. Yeah, I don't know if you can, everybody's, oh yeah, that was my point of talking about, John Callahan. Because he wrote about that stuff. He was quadriplegic, right? He would say, I'm not uniquely capable. I can't use my hands and legs, and it pisses me off. He got really irritated by that stuff, actually. He said people are trying to sugarcoat stuff that's not sweet. That's a good analogy, darn it. He said people are trying to sugarcoat something that's not sweet, you know? That's basically what he was trying to say. He's in a wheelchair, can't move his legs, and has he had very minimal use of 1 or maybe 2 hands. I think one hand had more than the other. Yeah, he used to get pissed off at that stuff, the political correct crap, and he wrote a lot of his comics are about that, and it's really good. It's like, yeah, that's a good point. All this effort to try to sugarcoat everything that may not be so pleasant. Yeah, it's kind of like everybody's like operating from a childlike perspective of the world. Like everything should be peaches and cream all the time. Well, it isn't. Sometimes it is hard, and we have to, instead of trying to sugarcoat stuff that's difficult, make it sound pretty. How about respect what people who are experiencing that are going through, and respecting that it is difficult, and you know, that seems like making a lot more sense than telling them, oh no, you're not disabled, you're just uniquely capable. Right? I don't know. Okay, anyway. Those who accept the salvation of Christ on the cross for their sins are forgiven. You're right. People can say, Lord, Lord, and not understand where their salvation lies. That's correct. But be clear on what that means. Yes, okay, Michigan. Yeah, my best friend from the military lives in Michigan, Ricardo Perez. I don't know where he is now, but he was F-16 when I was F-15. But great friend. Probably, yeah, one of let's see. I don't know if I can think of a better friend. Good morning, Ron. Welcome. Well, I hope I didn't upset Clifton. I don't remember what I said. I wasn't trying to relay any message to him. I was responding to someone else, and maybe I said his name. I don't know. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you. Prayers are good. Because I'll be really honest with you, Jhaja and I both of us had a similar thought. It's so weird. We have these not crazy. We have thoughts, unique thoughts at exactly the same time. Like yesterday, we were driving, and both of us said, hey, you know what we should do? Oh yeah, that's what it was. Run the roof rainwater collection to the well as a collecting tank, right? Both of us said it at the same time as we're driving down the road. We looked at each other and we both go, hey, I have an idea. And I'm like, oh, no way. She said literally exactly what I was about to say. Crazy. Anywho, so yeah, both of us have had this idea, like, what if something goes wrong with the surgery? You know, we're going to feel pretty damn responsible and bad, you know? So anyway, but all of this we believe is in God's hands. None of this would be happening if it wasn't. So that's where we're going to leave it. And so anyway, prayers are very welcome because we got to get through. Jahan has 2 hands that need to be operated on, and I think 1 foot or 2. I think it's only 1. Is it 1 foot or 2 foot?
What is?
Her operation. 1 foot or 2?
1.
1, okay.
I could fly.
Well, you're right, David, and I feel the same. And like, it just makes it all worthwhile. I mean, building the family home, yeah, that's spectacularly amazing. That's spectacularly amazing. But changing a child's life physically, I don't know how. Yeah, that's pretty top of the charts. I mean, she's been like this. Can you imagine having the tips of your fingers stitched together your entire life? Of course, she doesn't know what she's missing on that side, but still, you know, her fingers like this and like this her entire life, you know. So literally in 2 days, oh boy. Anyway, in 2 days, she is probably, provided Lord willing all goes well, gonna be able to go like this, you know, in 2 days.
Hi, baby.
I didn't say how old she was. I think she is, I always get it wrong. I think she's 8. But she's the same size as Vincent. And she has a sister who's 12. who looks like the same age. Who all of them look like they're maybe, I would say 6 based on size, including the 12-year-old. So maybe 7. Yeah, that could be. And then their older sister's with us today. She's 18, and I'm not really. Oh yeah, she came along because after the surgery, the mom and her are going to probably have to switch off taking care. You know, if they have to wake up in the middle of the night and change bandages or whatever. The mom wanted the older daughter here for that. So, right, David. Whatever the outcome is, it'll be better than the present situation. That's a dang good way to say it. No, but she has all of her bones. All the bones are there. So I think she can. I think she can approach normal. Yeah, I wasn't responding to you, Clifton. I was responding to that Bunny 69, whatever it is. Anyway, I'm sorry about that. It was totally a factor of me having just woken up and not paying close attention. If I said your name in a response, I deeply apologize, and it was not at all my intention. I was responding to this one, 62, the Bunny. Sorry about that.
Hi Michelle, how are you?
And I could understand your not being super happy about that kind of confusion too. So.
Not one more.
One more what?
Bread and egg.
No, thank you. I think, hey James Wood, welcome, bro. Thank you always for posting the nice comments. Yeah, as far as rehab, David, I think it's just going to be like recovery, and then slowly she will use her hand more and more. I think that's how that's going to go. Because you have to remember that they live way out in the province, in the rice fields. You know, they're not going to have like what we would call physical therapy. I think like after a surgery like that, people have physical therapy. I don't think
Or
they're gonna...
I think the doctor will ask us to bring her back to the hospital after a week or 2.
Oh, that could
to
be.
see the progress and to see his work. So yeah. Hi Alex. What is the hospitality home? I'm good and so very nice that you guys are going to help out with the young girl. Many blessings to you guys. We will not be able to do this without the help of our moderators and anonymous. Thank you so much, guys. Hi Ringworm. Ringworm is the smart one. Like he's the one wanting to guess what that part's for. For the BuyJhaja.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny. I have that part in my pocket right now.
I saw it always over there.
Not today.
You need it now?
No, because this is going in the Pagello now, and then
Don't forget to like and subscribe, everyone. We're almost 34 subscribers.
I'm going to put this in the Pagello because when I go to get the idler arm replaced, I'm going to have them pull the valve cover, install this. This is for the crank gear.
By the way,
camshaft gear.
Steve wants to guess what that is. Have you figured this out, Steve? Steve! Is Steve driving? Okay, drive safe.
Yeah, Steve is driving. Anyway, I'm going to install this and also have them check the head, the torque on the head bolts at the same time while it's open. It's really hard to get work done on the Pajero because we always use it. So I can't do any kind of repair. So if I take it in for a repair, I do multiple things at the same time in the same place and make it a video. Wow, Clifton, yeah, that doesn't sound very pleasant at all. That reminds me of that exhibit by that guy who, they say it's an art, I wouldn't call it art. He takes dead bodies and opens them, and I don't even know how to describe what he does, really. Positions the body parts and stuff while they are preserved. I mean, I think it's extremely gory. But anyway, whatever. It's just my opinion. Yeah, I can do most of my own mechanical. Like, I guess I could take on an engine rebuild for the Pajero. I probably would not open up the transmission unless I absolutely had to. Like a gearbox, I haven't tried. I've done engines and all the other stuff. Fuel injection systems, I don't really know much about that. I can change the system, but as far as like adjustments and things on a fuel injection system, not really. On a diesel, I can. On an old British car, I can. Someone had died on the road fatally. Well, that sucks. Oh, I'm sure, David. I'm sure we might, yeah, we might. That's not a bad idea, babe. David says get her a squeeze ball thing.
Who?
Jhaja. So that she can, little by little, start like doing like that exercise, or maybe.
Well, it will take 2-3 weeks.
Yeah,
for her
I
to
think.
heal.
Well, that's, yeah. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
Is Vincent out? Can you unplug the fan, please? It's a 1999, last year of mechanical injection. Last
But
year
I'm
without a
sure-
computer.
But I'm sure the doctor will
Yeah, the doctor will tell us
make
what to do.
us will make us come back.
Why not rent a car a few days to get the repair? Well, there's no car rental places out here at all.
No,
And,
there is, but
Well, and the repairs, so is what I try to do is combine a bunch of repairs together at the same time, and then I make it a video, and then it pays for the repairs, you know? So It's just that, like for example, right now, I need to get the front electrical wiring redone. I need to get the back seats recovered. I need to get the rear emergency brakes done. So, for example, having the seat done would have to be at a place like Tagbilaran probably. And if we're in Tagbilaran, we are there for a more important reason than seat covers. So that's the kind of situation we have. Nice paint job. Yeah, the ladies did really nice on that. I think, and the color was perfect. I think it's a good color, and the outside is a bit lighter. I think it's gonna look really nice. You ever miss Portland? Not too much. Not really. No. Some of the restaurants, but I think that's generally what people miss about any place, right? The food. So, yeah, excellent restaurants in Portland, or there were. I don't know what it's like now. I think it turned into kind of a. Yes, you're right, Chuckleberry. That hole in the bolt is for fluid to pass through. Yep. Similar to a banjo bolt. Yeah. Merci bien, Thomas Dubois. Thomas Dubois, merci bien. Ah, that's interesting. The painter of these.
By the way, baby.
Look at this. Robert Dubois. It's not Bois, it's Beau. I don't even know how you would say that in French, actually. D-E-B-O-S? Debeau? Probably Debeau, I guess. This one, too. Those are very old paintings, by the way, from France. Anyway, you should have this charging at the same time, no, babe? Okay, I gotta get this video up. Yeah, I don't consider it art either. I think it's, I don't know. I know it gets passed off as art, and that's an easy way to excuse a lot of stuff. Sorry, I'm trying to plug in a charger. Why does it sometimes work and sometimes not? I mean, this is a brand new cable and it's not working. Why is this stupid, babe? It's not working.
Mm-hmm. No.
Oh, I worked as a tutor. Believe it or not, I was a math tutor at a university. Well, I was studying engineering at the same time, but I did math tutoring. That privilege of being. Wow. Okay. Okay, I'm getting a bit lost here, you guys, on this conversation. Why is this not working, babe? Do you have another plug? Man, I'm so tired of wires. That's a brand new cable. If that's not working anymore, I'm going to be disappointed. Okay, so this brand new cable just doesn't work anymore? Oh, sorry guys. Yeah, I finally found a charge. Well, anyway. This is so irritating, babe. Okay, CapCut is too retarded to do that. Let me try it a different way. Let me see if I can edit it a different way. Stupid thing. I don't know how to do that. It's like the most basic, super basic editing requirement. OMSI, okay. You know, at the end of the movie. No, sorry. What's the dang it, what's the name of those movies? The ones with Harrison Ford, Looking for Treasure. Anyway, at the end of the movie is about the Smithsonian hiding artifacts that that don't go along with the mainstream narrative. That's true. That's extremely true. They do it with all kinds of stuff. Lots of giants, a lot of giant bones and elongated skulls that are missing sutures and have different DNA. They hide it all. You're just supposed to believe one story. Bless all y'all. Indiana Jones, yes, thank you. 1-star flag, wow. It's been a while, man. Where have you been? Sheesh. You've been gone for a while, bro. Oh, this is so stupid. Wow, it's been a while, man. You've missed a lot. Today we're taking a girl, I think she's, I don't know, Steve or David said 7. I think she's 7 or 8, yeah. Anyway, she has hand deformity. We're taking her to the hospital to get surgery done. So that's a big thing for us. We're super excited to be able to participate in something so life-changing. You know, with computers and software today, they can't even allow me to adjust this photo. Seriously. Stupid ass thing. Sorry, I'm getting really irritated here. This should not be complicated. To rotate an image 45 degrees and then crop it. And it's rotate, you can only rotate 90 degrees. You can't choose your own. How stupid. Totally stupid. And we have to leave here probably at about 10, so we got about an hour and a half left. And I need to get this posted. I need to get this video online. Yeah, I know, David. I knew somebody was going to say that.
Look. See, the kid is broken and there's no...
Let me see. I don't think it's broken. I think maybe it pops.
No, because it's broke.
Ah, you know what? It's missing a bolt. Let me see the other part. Go get the other part. I think it's missing I think a bolt fell out, Vincent. Oh, but I mean, CapCut, CapCut allows you to turn the picture like that, any degree, 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. But when you do, then the window that you can keep from it gets super small, not even to the border, which is stupid. Normally when you rotate an image and then you want to do a shot,
Here.
there you go. Bring it here, and then there should be a nut that goes here.
Nut.
Yeah, it's called a nut. The little piece that goes here. Try to find that. If not, we'll get a new bolt. But it's not broken. So, babe, 1-star flag is here.
Hi, OSF.
After a million years.
Why?
I don't know. He said he's just checking in on us. So that's nice. Yeah, thanks OSF. It's really, really coming along. We made some leaps and bounds yesterday with Victor
Ciao,
and
babe.
Steve and
Ciao, babe.
Well, Ciao Babe, yeah. Ciao Babe
Steve,
Steve.
Aaron M,
and Aaron M again. So
and Chop.
did that ever come
and
in from
Ron.
Aaron, by the way?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, it finally did. So yesterday we went to the hardware store and bought more hardware. Thank you all so much. So then they started painting last night. The room's almost painted. A gallon of paint fell out of the back of the Pagello and ran down the driveway, and now the neighbors are upset again. But it was not my intention to dump 1,200 pesos of paint on the cement, that's for sure. Yes, that's right. That was on a short. 1-star says, "Hey Mom Jhaja."
How are you?
Ma'am, sorry.
Sorry, I was busy because I forgot that Janice is coming here while we are there.
Oh yeah.
So I have to prepare bikini for her and some stuff.
Your sister's ready for a bikini?
Yeah. What do you think?
What do you think?
Gosh. How about you, Daddy? What you gonna wear? This?
Well, yeah, I hadn't thought about it either. I think I'll look at secondhand. No, not the crap, babe. That's all the crappy shit.
Oh,
What do you-
really?
Well, yeah.
I didn't know.
That's the stuff for like up there and in here. Like you can get my green shorts and the shirt that matches up there, the Easter that I wear for Easter. David. Yeah, it's unpleasant. It's the situation is really not pleasant. Yeah. It's unpleasant. And lately it's been pretty quiet, which is nice. So the last thing we needed was something like this to stir the pot again. Obviously I didn't want to dump 1,200 pesos of paint. Good news is we probably didn't need it. It was probably extra. Yeah, so all my new shorts, babe, all the new blue ones, like 4 pair, we'll grab those. We're gonna need to take quite a bit of stuff this time. We're gonna be there for like 5 days.
How about this? Do you need this?
maybe just bring it. That and like 4 pairs of blue shorts, those blue ones.
Where was them?
Clifton, if you say you know what I'm talking about, I think you do. Yeah. Just incredibly unpleasant. Just not really into being talked to in a condescending, judgmental, dad-son kind of vibe. No, I'm not going to spill the beans. I'd like to just... My thing is peace. I just don't give a... I don't give a crap about anyone agreeing with me or believing my side or understanding my side. I don't care. I just want peace. I just don't want any interaction, actually. Okay, dog, I gotta get this thumbnail done. This should be so easy. You fucking thing. You fucking thing. Let me move it over there, you piece of shit. Sorry guys, I get really irritated with this stuff. Look at this. This is so freaking stupid. Look how stupid this is. See? I can move this anywhere, no problem. But I can't put it over here, which is where it needs to go. Over here, to the left. And look, it's not hitting a border here, and it's not hitting a border here. On any other software, I'm going to send something to CapCut, because this is complete retardation right here. This is total... See, there I can. Oh, but I can't go over to the right there. Like, there's something in the software that says, oh, this is the limit, and that's the limit. Even though, logically, it should be perfectly fine going over more to the left. Freaking stupid thing. No, I'm not going to spill any beans. I'm not into the gossip stuff or any of that kind of crap. I'll just tell you that it's... Interactions are always very unpleasant, and I prefer not to have any more. So, crop ratio, free. Uh-huh. Okay, what about like that? And then turn. Can I trick the software? Slightly. Maybe I can... Okay, I guess that'll be good enough like that. Not what I want, but it's certainly better than anything else I was accomplishing. Alright, I'm going to call that good. Has some residual artifacts, but whatever. Okay. Hey Caesar, welcome. Okay, just about ready to post this video. Yeah. Look at the new one she's working on. Ah, this is a new one she's working on right here. Pretty cool. I think she did a great job on that fish, by the way. Ah, yes, Clifton. Yeah, yeah. It's 100% true. You know, they found there's lots and lots and lots of elongated skulls around the world. Some of them are deformed by humans, where they do boarding. They put boards on the baby's head and like squish it out so the head grows longer. But they were doing that to imitate something that they saw in what they considered a higher level of society. And there are many skulls. Yeah, I know this sounds wild. There's many skulls where the... Okay, so this is your head. This is... Our vertebrae connects like right about in the middle of the bottom of the skull. And theirs, because they're elongated, like, say like this, it's actually back 40% from ours. Ours are like, would be like that. Well, that's a good way to... So if you have a human elongated skull, the vertebrae still connects the same place as yours and mine do, but the other elongated skulls, it's actually back by like 40%. The eye sockets are 40% larger, and it's missing one of the cranial sutures, because you and I have one that goes like this and this, but these elongated skulls are missing this one. It only has that one. And then they did DNA testing, and they only find the mother's DNA is human, but they don't have any match for the father. None of that stuff will be talked about in history books because it doesn't fit the BS narrative that we've been told since we were kids. Yeah, she just started another painting a couple days ago, right, David? Yeah, 1 star. OSF, thank you. Yeah, it looks good and it feels good. It's It just every time we go there, it feels like vacation, so it's nice. It does exactly what it was intended to do, and now it has solar.
Shit.
Dahil kape mo.
And people may not even like this video. It may get very few views, and the algorithm may not like it, but I don't give a crap. That's not... Views is not the ultimate thing what this is about. It's about a mission. So... It is what it is, and I'm publishing right... Oh, wait, no. Almost. One more thing, and then I'm going to publish. Check PayPal. David sent for Jhaja. David H. 3K worth of power is plenty. Yes, it is. It's probably a bit overkill, and that's the way I like it. Okay, let me check. And public. Okay, let me check. I just published a video on Off-Grid Island Family. Yeah, so for Jhaja, we still need anesthesiologist. Wow, I said it correctly that time. I'm not going to try to say that again. Anesthesiologist. Oh, that wasn't too bad. And then there's going to be a minimum of 3 days of hospital stay. Now, this is a public hospital. It's not the expensive one. So it should not be insanely expensive. Like, I don't know, off the top of my head, maybe 4K a day. So around 80 bucks. Wow, David. Yep, you're right, babe. David H did send 200 for Jhaja. That's awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So very kind, David. Thank you so much. So that helps. So the hospital is going to be about 80 bucks. I don't know. I'm just guessing. Sorry. I shouldn't be saying that. About probably 80 bucks a day, I would guess, because the expensive one is between 7 and 10 for like a big one at Ace. I'm speculating, guys. I think it's going to be around 4K a day. I was actually pretty close on the cost of the surgery. I guessed $1,000, and it's 1,500, so that's fairly close. The anesthesiologist is half of what the doctor is. So the doctor is between 60 and 70K, which means the anesthesiologist is 30 to 35K. So we still need to come up with that 35K, 35K. Also, the hospital stay, and food and transport, which isn't a lot. Food and transport's very small compared to the rest. Whatever doesn't happen, Jhaja and I will find a way to make it work. We're just gonna get this done. Whatever it takes, we're gonna get it done. So, David, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you for Jhaja. So when this is all done, we're going to have
I don't know where
the nut.
Yes.
Okay, well I probably have one somewhere.
Okay, I'll go find it.
Okay, try to look a little bit more. If you can't find it, I'll find another one, okay? Just keep looking a little bit more.
You help
No,
me to
I'm
find
very busy. You can look for a nut, okay? That's something you can do.
You can work and you can And
Listen, Vincent, when you find the nut, I'm very happy to fix that, okay? I will fix it when you find the nut. So that's the deal.
and fix up my monster truck.
Yep, also that, but we have a lot going on in the next few days now. And then Jhaja's sister shows up the 17 or 18? Can't remember now. I think 17 actually. So basically when Jhaja should be close to getting out of the hospital, that will be when we
And fix his
Pick up.
hand.
her sister, huh?
And fix his hand.
Fix her hand. It's a girl, so it's her. Not his. His is for a boy. I told you, right?
Oh.
You're a boy. Jhaja is a girl. Ugh.
What grill?
Girl.
And then
You know the ones with long hair?
down here.
Yeah. Awesome, David. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I think we're pretty close on the anesthesiologist. So now we still need hospital stay. I just published this video, so I think a lot of people on Off-Grid Island Family channel don't know about this project because it's mostly talked about on live, and I think we did a short or two. But I just now published the first video about this, so maybe there we will get some people filling in for the travel expenses, and and then Jhaja's sister is coming, so then we're gonna hang out in Alona for a day or two to show her the area, and then she is coming up here. Yeah, Vincent, yeah. She's flying into Panglao. Yes, David, she is, and thank you again so much. Yeah, she's flying into Panglao. Okay, maybe I can get another one edited. I didn't even know what to put. Anyone out there know how to do tags? I suck at tags. In fact, I think that's the one reason my channel got demonetized. I'm sure it is. Because after I changed all the tags, so I deleted them all and replaced them all. One, you're not supposed to over tag. Like, you're not supposed to... You're allowed 500 characters, but you're not supposed to actually use them all. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to do for tags on this. She's in Subic now. Originally, she's from Bulacan, just like Jhaja, of course, but she is in Subic now, so that's where she's coming from. Yeah. And then they will be doing, yeah, Janice, yep. They will be doing lives together, so we're going to figure out a way to give Janice sort of a budget. For example, if someone contribute, or like, you know, like basically giving her some kind of salary, or I don't know, an allowance or something. But I mean, she's not going to have to take, you know, we're going to take care of her, so she doesn't have to pay for anything, but I just mean for her own. Hi, the Epic Outlet. Welcome. Okay, so that's published. So now I'm going to try to get another edit done. Part 2. Hey, Johnny Gold. Welcome. Yeah, you just missed David H. contributed 200 more. So we're pretty close, I think, on the anesthesiologist. Well, we're closer. I think we're about 70% of the way on the anesthesiologist. The surgery is covered thanks to two anonymous. And now we just have some hotel and transport type stuff, which is not huge. Well, thank you, Datra Stone. Thank you very much. It's very nice. Very kind of you. Welcome to our channel. Yeah, David H. Yep. Another guy with a big heart. Yeah, well, yep. Most of our most of our regulars here are all pretty like-minded people, I feel. Not your typical YouTube channel, I don't think. Yay, that's uploaded and uploaded. All right. When you fly from the States, is it direct flight to Panglao? No, it's not. So sometimes I went through Japan, which was awesome. I had a 22-hour layover in Japan, or maybe it was longer, 26, something like that. So what I did is I got in at 11 p.m., got a hotel and wandered around, got some awesome ramen noodles. Then the next day I went to some temples and stuff and made a little vacation out of it. And then the other time, last time I went through Taiwan, and Taiwan has very nice food in the airport. Lots of interesting stores. So I got some gifts for Jhaja, obviously. Probably doesn't even remember what they are anymore. So GI Johnny Gold is here, babe.
Hi, Johnny. How are you, Johnny?
Well, we are grateful